Now that's Huggie Pacino certified.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Huggie Pacino back with another video. So, the Power Acoustik 8920B, all right? This is a newer model. This is the September 2019 version of the same model, okay? It's totally different. For those who don't know, now, matter of fact, let me open this back up. Now, when you let me open this back up again to show you the things that it does. All right. Now, remember when you used to be able to turn the car off and detach your face off the radio, right? Now, when you turn it off, it flips down automatically, right? As soon as you get power to the car, there goes the power. Welcome, load. You have to open this back up. It's not going to open up like it should, right? So you have to hit the button, right? It starts or whatever. This is the detachable face. The difference in this model is this particular detachable face, right? This detachable face has the USB on it. This is how you know this is a totally different model. It's not the same exact one. The difference in this model also is that behind the radio, there used to be a thing called there used to be an adapter slot. Now there's a micro, the micro that goes inside the adapter, the micro SD, there's a micro SD slot for it. So now you don't have to get an adapter anymore. You can just put the micro mini slot, the micro SD card has a slot for it. So no use for the adapter. Now let's get into the problems, okay? It is SD, USB readable. Number one, my Bluetooth ain't working. We're just gonna throw that out there. I'm gonna show you what I mean by the Bluetooth not working. I'm trying to cut this down because I'm trying not to get any copyright infringement, but I'll let that play. As we open up here, as we can see, we got evidence and this is something that I noticed about this radio. What I have on this USB is, you hit the button here, and this is the playlist for that particular album, right? You hit this button, it's going to give you the actual folders on the left and the playlist for that particular folder that you select. When you select that, it's going to have the Dipset songs with Diplomat's album, Diplomatic Community. This is Biggie, Life After Death, as you can see there. This is Ready to Die, Trouble, Edgewood, you know what I mean? So what I noticed is the files that are in the very beginning that start from 1 all the way down, it doesn't give me this problem, and I'm going to explain it. You notice how this is the first folder. You see that track number 1? See how it goes to number 2? Pay attention to it. 3. And as you hit the fast forward button, it doesn't give you any problems, right? I want to also show you that, and this is why I want y'all to pay close attention to what I'm about to explain to you about this radio. With this particular problem that I've noticed, any folder that you fast forward to the next track, if it skips, you're gonna have problems to where the song gets to the very end and it's gonna freeze and it's gonna turn the radio off and start back over and start probably 30 seconds before that song ended. Think I'm making this up? Let's put it to the test. First of all, as I said, if it skips 2 tracks when you fast forward, best believe it's going to give you the problem. What I've learned about the problem is this, okay? As you can see, this is Hesitation featuring Styles P. I'm going to take my remote. I hate this remote. This remote sucks. I'm going to skip it all the way to 2 minutes and 57 seconds, close to it, to where we can give you the problem that you don't get in the beginning of these files, because everything that's in the beginning of the SD card, the USB, doesn't give you any problems. It plays the next song and etc. Right? All right. Okay. I'm gonna try to make this as less confusing as possible. Okay, 228, 230, 232, 234, 236, boom. 243. Now watch it. It should go to track number 6 of 16, right? Watch it. Straight to the next song. You see that? As it should. As it should do, right? Even when you shuffle it, because we have to pull this over, and I hate this slide menu, and you hit the shuffle button, right? And it's going to play everything in that folder on shuffle mode. Now take the shuffle off, fast forward, it's going to go to the next song. Even if I put it on shuffle, as I said, it should go to whatever random song, random play in that particular folder as it's doing. Not giving me any problems, all right? Take the shuffle off. If I want to fast forward, it's going to go back to the next folder, which is Dipset, right? As you can see, fast forward, track number 2, 27, right? And everybody knows the Dipset album. You're a hip-hop head, you know about the Dipset album. Here goes the problem. I go here, there's 1, and when I go to the very end, I have 73 folders on here, right? And shout out to the dude that I spoke to at Power Acoustik today. Oh, you did certain folders, or you're just not gonna read it. WMA, it's better. Like he's just being an asshole. Like, dog, you know y'all radios is shitty, and that's some that are dope because this particular model, before this particular play, the one they made for the last year September, that radio before was not as bad as this. It will actually play everything. Might have little, glitches or whatever. But this is the 72nd folder, right? Pay attention to what I mean. Should go to track number 2, right? It will not. Watch what happens when you fast forward again. It's going to go, it skips 2 songs. Every time you fast forward, it's going to skip 2 songs. You see it? Now watch when I rewind it. This is the funny part. I don't know, but this is the killer part that you're gonna love. Now, when you notice that problem, best believe when this song ends at 3 minutes and 3 seconds, it is going to do this. Let's see right here. Make sure I get it right at the time frame. Right there. All right, watch it. Now, it should go to track number 3 of 11, correct? Turn it up, make sure y'all hear it. We'll go track number 3, right? Do, 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 do. And it freezes. And watch what it does. Let me bag up my hand, no hands. You see everything just stops. Watch what it does. Off. Off. Still got power to the radio. I mean, to the car. Didn't touch anything. Face down. Ass up. That's the way we like. Now watch the replay. Loading. Start right back up. What was the last song just playing? Well, that wasn't the last song that was just playing. But I guess that's what the last song it remembers. So it went back to that particular song, right? Now, this is the thing that I learned, okay? As I said, everything in the beginning, no problem. So what I tried to figure out was this. I said, is it just small files that just got maybe 12 songs, for example? KOD by J. Cole. All right? It's just 12 songs, right? I figured, well, it's in the middle of the pack. It's like number 40 or something in between there because that's where it's placed. Fast forward, 2 songs. See that? Fast forward again. 2 songs. And I can guarantee you, we're going to go all the way to the end. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you exactly what's going to happen. And then they try to tell me, well, maybe it's because you're fast forwarding and trying to see if the song is going to finish and blah, 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 blah. Like, dude, he had an excuse for everything I said. So it just lets you know they have problems. They said there was no complaint about this radio. Like, dude, I'm the only one that bought this radio from September to now. And I'm the only one experiencing these problems. Oh, by the way, I reset the radio 3 times. Same problem. So it's obviously the radio. So I already did the reset. He said do that. Maybe that'll fix the glitches. That didn't work. And you will reset it by taking the face off, putting a pin or whatever in the little reset button, hold for 5 seconds. It's going to reset the entire radio back to the factory settings or whatever. But here we go. See this? Boom. I know it's going to do it. Guaranteed. See that? Frozen. Can't make this shit out, y'all. As you can see, no hands on anything. All right, nothing. Watch this. Oh, it went to the next song, but look, it still skipped. So, what you just experienced is that it's not the USB, because trust me, the USB is playing, but I got the same results from the SD card. Okay. The thing about the SD card that I have for my R&B, the files aren't that big. I think it's the size of the actual USB. Now, when I come back, I'm going to, because what I noticed is I was like, yo, why? Because I got a Griselda folder in here that's so colossal, right? Where like everything, the way I mixed it together was like dope. Like I could just play everything from Griselda, right? I got like Benny, because everything is like Ben and Wes and Con and Hall and Nash. And it's like 300, he said 379 files, right? So you would assume like, you see that? It skips. Second song. Boom. So what I noticed is that, I said, yo, this thing kept freezing, but I noticed this particular USB is at least probably 31 gigabytes. It actually fills all the way up to the 32. 32 is the maximum capacity of an SD and a USB. All right, so that's understood, right? As I said, so let's take a test here. We're gonna go back to, let's say, what's in the beginning, all right? In the beginning, we have Vince Staples. Vince Staples is the 8th folder. The 8th folder, right? You see how it's not skipping? It's going directly to the next song with no problem. It's not going to skip no matter what you do. So it's not the size of the folder. Don't let that fool you. That's definitely not the problem. You see? It's not skipping not one song. You see? I figured out the problem is this. You're filling up the capacity of the actual USB or SD alike. And once you get to, as I said before, I want to show it to you. As you get to, let's say, let's try to find out when it starts skipping songs. We're going to get 21 Savage. It's the 13th folder. It doesn't skip yet. We're going to find out, where does it start? Absol. Let's go to Bankroll Fresh. Bankroll Fresh. Ain't Bankroll Fresh, right? All right, track number 5, track number 6, not skipping. This is how you know you're not going to have a problem when it doesn't skip at all. Big Boogie, it's number 16 folder, right? All right, track number 2, no problem. You don't have to hit more than once. So go to Big Motor, right? Big Motor. Go to track number 3. Perfect. All right, let's go a little further. Let's go to Dark Low, because I listen to all type of shit. Dark Low. You know, track number 2. 20th folder. Track number 3. You see that? And I played D-Moolah today, so I'm sure it doesn't do it with D-Moolah. Dom Kennedy is another big folder, like 100 songs in it, right? Track number 1. Let's see what it does. Track number 2. Perfect, no problem. All right. Let's go to Finesse 2 times. Finesse 2 times is number 31. All right, let's see if it skips. Doesn't skip. So we haven't ran across the problem yet. Let's go to Gangsta Black. Can it be by Gangsta Black? Does it skip? It skips. So let's go to G Herbo. G Herbo is number 34. G Herbo is skipping. Let's go to Future. Future has like 100 songs, like 200 something. I got all his shit in that folder. Let's see if it skips. Doesn't skip. Doesn't skip at all. All right. So, I think 33 is the limit. Odd number, isn't it? To show you I'm not lying, we're going to go back to 34. You see 34 is G Herbo, MP3, right? I'll show you exactly what I mean. We're going back to G Herbo, 34. 4 minutes hell, the first one. Track number 5. Nope, it goes to 6. Let's go back to Future. I'm going to go back over here. All right. Let's do a shuffle. We're in the same folder. Future Rehab. All right, let's take the shuffle off. We'll go to the next song. Number 80. Don't give me no problems. Go directly to number 81. All right. Now let's test the freezing problem. We're gonna go all the way to the end of this song, right? Okay, I got the remote upside down. That's why I couldn't do it. I was like, what the hell? I'm hitting the wrong button and shit. All right. I hate this little fast. Like, why I just don't have a button to just skip? I gotta press and hold the button. That shit's whack, yo. All right, here we go. See, it went straight to the next song once it got to the end. No problem. I pushed it in RIP Double D. All right, so look. Let's go to Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is another big folder. 170 songs. Track number 2. No problem. So we figured it out. Anything over 33 folders is going to give you a problem. All right? Now, the songs will play. They just won't go in the order it should play. Like, it won't just consecutively play. So I figured it out. The USB and SD cards do not play over 33 files. And the reason my R&B folder doesn't give me any problems, it doesn't go over 33 folders. My rap folder is over 33. It says 70 something. So now I know what my problem is. Your radio does not play over 33 files without any type of problems. Once it goes over 33 folders, it's going to give you problems for those other 33 folders. No, I'm sorry, not other 3 folders. Anything past 33. Like mine has, as I showed, I'm going to show it again. My USB flash has 73. My USB has 73. Okay? I've even tested it with my SD card. I got a micro SD also in the house with these folders in that SD. So I know it's not the SD's problem. It's not the USB problem. It's the radio's problem. And I just proved that. And I'm going to go take this particular thing here. Because if I just had the problem with Griselda, right? Because no matter what I do, anything after 33, it's going to give me that problem. Let's just do this. Let's just end the video. Because I figured out now on my way home, I said, well, I don't got to put Griselda on here by itself to see if I get a problem. I'm going to get a problem. So let's go right to it, right? We're going to go to Gucci Mane, East Atlanta 3. All right? See that? Remember, anything after this is going to do this shit here. Skip a song. And as soon as the song finish, any song finish, freeze, cut off, cut back on. Go back to it. Isaiah Rashad. Anything out the 33 is gonna do this shit. Anything out the 33. I'm a genius. I figured this out and I can't believe how faulty this radio is. And they know it's faulty. Look at that. 3. 90059. See that? Skipping every song. See that? 2 songs. If I hit the rewind button, watch what happens. Fucking a joke, yo. Alright. Let's go all the way up to Boo Dirty. Return of the Gangster. Track number 4. Look at that. And I'm hitting the fast forward button. I'm not doing anything different. It's doing that. But once I go back to anything that's 33 and above, let's go to Trouble. No problem. Watch this. Anything below 33, no issue. So I figured out my problem. Ladies and gentlemen, this version of the 8920 Power Acoustic, the 8920B, this particular model from September 2019 and now is not going to play anything correctly, and it will freeze up any folder over the number of folders. Once it gets to the 34th folder and above, you're going to have faulty problems. It's going to cause the radio to glitch. It's going to cause it to turn off, and it doesn't do anything satisfactory after the 33rd folder. All right? This is a fact. I've just proven it. This Bluetooth sucks. Matter of fact, let's show you that real quick. Go to the home screen. Bluetooth. Car kit not connected. I hit my damn thing on the phone. It's not even fucking connected to that shit. Don't work. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to be showing that because I got to get another device to show you that. And don't ask me about the phone. Like, oh, God forbid. You see that shit? It don't even do shit. See that shit? It don't even do a goddamn thing. You saw that? What do you do shit? What the fuck? I can't even hit Amazon, Google. I can't do shit. It won't let me do nothing. It's a raggedy piece of shit. Listen, and let me tell you, I'm going to send this video to YouTube because we're on YouTube. This is where the video will be. And I'm going to send this video to everybody that has this radio. I want everybody to send this to Power Acoustic, email it to them, send it to Amazon, and let them know that they're selling bullshit radios. The version that before this, I bought the radio before this at least 4 times. I've never had a problem with it. I bought this version thinking that I would get the same one because the other version has a detachable face as well, but the USB is in the base of it. It's not on here, right? The USB is not on here. That's the problem. The USB is never on this. So that let me know something was, I was like, yo, this thing look different. But I figured out my problem. Hey, this is Huggie Pacino. Like, share, subscribe. I'll let your boy, I'm out. Goddamn Power Acoustic. Y'all garbage. I'm going back to Sony, man.
Text Force, Kevin. How can I help you?
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
Hi, my name is Kenneth Hart. I purchased a Power Acoustic 8920B. And I purchased that same radio for like the last 4 years, right? So apparently over the weekend, I purchased the same radio. I get the same radio, but it's like slightly different. Are you familiar with that?
Specs are subject to change without notice. So yes, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, and I noticed that this particular radio is different to the point where when you detach the face, the USB is attached with the detachable face, not on the base of the radio. So I got that version of the radio. I got so many problems with this radio.
Quite often the model number quite often stays the same, but the units sometimes change drastically.
Understand? Yeah, because I bought it. This is like my 5th time buying it. Because over the course of since 2005, because even through my Amazon orders, you can see I purchased it if I showed it to you. But anyway, so I got a bunch of problems with the radio. Number one problem is playing USB. Let's just say there's 200 songs in a folder. It could be 100. It could be under 100. Don't even matter.
There's what? What was that last part you said?
You playing USB or SD cards alike, right? There could be.
First off, what size card or what size drive are you using?
32. because I know that's the maximum capacity that it will allow.
Yeah, 32 is the biggest. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Now go ahead.
Yeah, and SD card or USB. I tested both. I got a micro
Right.
and I got a regular SD because the old radio you had to have an adapter. So I was like, oh, I don't need an adapter for this one. That's which is dope. I like that. So I went and bought another. I went and bought another mini. Everything on the USB. I put it on another mini. So I actually tested it, and one of my folders has like 300 or something. Another folder has 200. Another folder has 100, and another folder has like 60. Right? This is the amount of files in each folder. Right? No matter what, I will play a song, and once it gets to the end of some of these songs, rarely it will go to the next song automatically. And what happens is it shuts the radio off, starts back over, plays that particular song again. And it does it every time. Like just now, I'm coming to work this morning, one song, like literally as I was on the phone, because I had the radio down. And I was thinking to myself, like, yo, it's going to really just keep playing that song, go off, cut off, turn back on, play that song, go to the end, cut off, and it's going to keep doing it. So I was like, and then I was like, this is ridiculous.
Do you have folders inside of other folders on your drive?
There's about maybe 60 to 70 maybe.
Then that's the problem.
What do you mean?
You can have multiple folders, you just can't have folders inside of folders.
No, not folders inside of folders. I have multiple folders, meaning that there's more than one folder in the USB or SD.
That's okay, as long as you don't have folders hiding inside those other folders, then the radio should be able to read what's in them.
I got what you're saying, but it's not the reading of the files. The files play. It's just that when it gets to the end of a song, the radio freezes for like maybe 10 seconds, power shuts off, turns back on, and it starts playing that particular thing that was just playing before it cut off. And then it might go back maybe 30 seconds, and then it does the same process over and over until you actually go to another song, and it will do the same thing on another song. On top of that, when you just want to, let's say there's like 20 songs in a folder. If I'm on track number 3, if I hit forward, sometimes it'll just skip to track number 5. If I rewind it, it'll go back to track number 2.
Are they all in the same format?
Absolutely.
Are they all MP3s or MP4s?
All MP3s. I'm very familiar with it because I know like the WMA, no WMAs on these files, none of them. So all of them MP3.
WMA is actually the easiest and most musical format for the audio signal or audio files.
Not necessarily. WMA is just something that's
whatever.
No, I feel what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that WMA gives you some type of, defect where it plays like it might start like 2 seconds early and it might end 2 seconds late, too late or whatever. But that's besides the point. The original radio that you all had before that one, my particular type, never gave me no problems like that at all. I was satisfied with that radio, and I bought it multiple times.
Okay. Try a smaller. Can you get the same files onto a smaller card or drive?
Well, the problem is it's not filling up. Like, okay, you want me to get like a 16 gig and see if it gives me the same problem?
Yeah.
Because I figured if I got a 32 gig and it's only like, let's say 12 gigabytes worth of space being used, it should give me what it should offer. It's not like I got it filled up and then maybe that's an issue. Like if you offer USB, if you offer SD compatibility to basically the different types of files, it should give you no problem playing track number 2 or you hit.
Machine though. The full machine can have a problem with the drive itself, or it may have a problem with that USB port itself.
Okay, well, what about the SD port? Is like, because I did both, because I'm like, well, I said, well, maybe they will say it's a USB.
Well, they're both similar. They're both connected to the same software inside the unit.
So are you basically trying to tell me that there could be no problem with the radio at all? You've never experienced any complaints?
Period.
Yeah,
there could be a problem with the radio.
You never had any complaints about the particular brand because I think September 2019 this model was made, correct?
it depends on the date of production on the serial number.
That's what it said. This September, so that's what I could quote reading on the box. September. So we talking about nobody made any complaint about playback of files, freezing of the radio, starting over, not being able.
Specifically for that radio, no.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm experiencing. Maybe it's just the radio.
The reset switch. There's usually a reset switch on these units that'll reset the software in the radio.
Okay. Well, let me write this down because I'm at work. But let me write this down. I'm gonna try that and see if that'll probably help. Give me a second.
Well, which model unit again?
8920B.
The reset switch is going to be on you have to take the removable section of the faceplate off. The reset switch will be on the panel of the radio that stays inside the dash.
Okay, so it should be behind the face of it that you take off?
Yeah, just the removable section of the faceplate. Just pop it off, and there should be a little white switch, and you need to press and hold that switch in and hold it in for 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Yeah, that may clear up the glitches. If there's any glitches in the software, that may clear those up.
Yeah, because obviously this only problem I assume is glitches in the software. Because I can't see the radio just doing what it's doing without it just being glitches. And like I said, I don't.
Did you buy the unit online?
I bought it at Amazon.
That's online.
And see, when I spoke
that means it was shipped to you as a one unit.
Exactly. When I spoke to them,
being shipped like that, you get a lot of chances of shipping damage. Even if the box looked perfect, it may have gotten dropped, and it can possibly damage that kind of unit.
Okay, well dig this. Let's just say everything doesn't work. Is it a way I could send this back and get one from you all directly?
No.
No?
You go back to Amazon.
But if I'm getting it back from Amazon, because they don't mind replacing it, but my problem with them is I didn't want to get another one, and if there's problems with the actual model.
Well, check. Okay, there's Amazon Prime sells direct. They have their own warehouses. But Amazon's website, they also allow third-party sales to sell through their website.
Yeah,
look at your invoice.
It said directly from Amazon LLC. It wasn't a third party.
Okay, then you have to send it back to Amazon.
I got that, but what I was telling them is I wanted to speak with the manufacturer, which is you all, to see if there's any problem with that particular radio. So have y'all discontinued the one that's before that? Y'all discontinued with that one? Like y'all don't have that version of the radio that was once being sold?
I didn't quite catch that last part. Say again?
I was saying, do y'all not have the version of the radio that was once being sold before September?
I have no idea what.
I mean, there's two versions of the 8920B. The one that was before the new one that's being sold now. Is that one available to be purchased?
I have no idea.
Okay, because I wouldn't mind buying it.
I don't have access to my inventory.
Okay, well, who does?
The sales department.
Okay, sales. Is there a direct number, or can you connect me to them?
Can't buy from here anyway.
Okay, who do I speak to? I don't know who to call. I just call one number and they connect me to you.
You speak to an actual retailer.
A retailer? I can't speak to Power.
We're not. We can't sell you. We're not licensed for retail sales. You can't buy directly from us.
I got that, but I want to know where can it be purchased, because apparently Amazon is not selling that version.
Once we sell the product, we lose control over who's got what and where.
Okay, well, I want to know.
We don't have access to all our dealers' inventories, so nobody here can tell you who's got an older unit out in the industry. Okay, you would have to just contact the local retailers and find somebody that has the exact model unit you're looking for.
Because that is the exact model. It's just sold a totally different way because it's made different. And the way Amazon
That's
is actually,
because you want to find a model.
And the way Amazon is advertising it, they're showing the old model based on the pictures and the imagery and everything.
No control over Amazon's website.
Exactly. So who's to talk to? I can't talk to Amazon about that old model because it said the manufacturer is controlling that. I call the manufacturer, which is you all,
The only place you can talk to a different retailer.
All right, man. So sales can't help
We
me?
have a dealer locator. We have an actual dealer locator function on our website. But you can actually contact the local retailers in your immediate area if you want.
But I need to speak to someone because ordering an 8920B is not going to guarantee me to give me the old model. I might be ordering the 8920B, but this might give me that same version.
You never know.
Exactly. So who wants to put up money for you never know? I don't mind paying for another one. I don't care as long as if it's possible to get the older one. I don't mind getting that if it's possible. But I don't need to be
Go to my
trying.
website. If you go on my website, on the main page of the website, there's an icon that's labeled support. Place your cursor on that icon, a little menu box is going to open up. In that box, it'll say where to buy. Double click on that, and then a map page is going to refresh on the screen. On the left side of the map page, there'll be a little window. You put your zip code in, and then hit search, and then the local authorized retailers in your area will show up on the map. And you can vary the radius of the search from like 25 miles to like 100 miles if you want.
Yes. Okay, I'm doing
And
that
then
now.
you just call around and see if you can find somebody who's got the earlier version of the same radio that you're looking for.
Gotcha. All right, we'll do that. I appreciate you, man.
Okay?
All right, thank you, man.
And if there is any problems with the unit you have now, unfortunately, because you got it from Amazon Direct, that's the agreement we have with them is they have to take back the radios themselves.
Right. Because, I was trying to explain to them that, this is an expensive situation because
I get it.
I'm not buying a TV where I could just unplug it out the wall and just send it back. Like, I got to pay these people to take it out, put another one in if you do give me another one. You know what I mean? So I'm paying every time I'm switching it.
And unfortunately, Amazon's going to want every last bit of hardware that came out of the box back.
Exactly. Yeah. But we'll go from there and I'll see what can be done. I appreciate you helping me out, man.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, man.
Text board is Kevin. How can I help you?
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
All right, this is Kenneth. You remember speaking to me yesterday morning about the Power Acoustik 8920?
A lot of people every day. So.
I know. Yeah, I spoke to you yesterday about the 8920 model radio, the Power Acoustik radio.
Okay.
All right, so this is what I did. I figured out the problem with the radio. Any files, because basically, even though the radio holds a capacity of 32 gigabytes, the amount of folders cannot go over 33. If it goes over 33 folders, the 34th folder and above will cause problems. I literally have a 20-minute video where I actually discovered the problem because I was like, okay, I got 74 on this. I got 74 folders on my USB and my SD card alike. So I said to myself, I noticed that everything in the beginning, like the first 10 files, don't give me no problem. I'm able to skip to the next track, doesn't freeze, doesn't cut off, nothing. I go to, let's say like J. Cole would be like in my 40th section. And I'm like, this particular KOD album got like 12 songs. Like it does the same thing. I skip to the next track, it goes 2 tracks ahead. I rewind, it goes back 5, freezes when the song is over, cuts the radio off. So then I noticed, I said, everything that's 33 and below does everything perfect. It don't give me no problems. So what I realized is that the maximum capacity amount of folders that an SD card and a USB a flash drive will play on that radio is 33.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So,
I think I did mention something about just trying to find a smaller card and just use 2 drives instead of this one.
Right, but it's not really the size; it's the amount of folders. It's not the size. Like what I noticed in my SD.
It's both. It's both apparently.
Not necessarily. For example, my SD card has 30 gigabytes, but it only has 18 folders. And it's a lot of R&B music, a lot of old school, and it's like compiled with like hundreds of songs in each folder. But it said like 30 gigabytes or whatever, right? So I noticed that my SD card for my R&B don't give me no problems, and I realized why. It's not 33 folders
or more. You feel me?
Okay.
The rap that I have has 74. And what I noticed is that everything within 33, I tried them. I went all the way up to like 17, 18, 20, 21, 30, 31. I went right to 32. I went to 33. And as soon as I got to the 34 folder, did it. I went back to 33, back to 32, went to 37, did it. Went back to 33, no problem. 32, no problem. Went to 48. You see, I did it in the video. I literally got it. I haven't uploaded it yet because it's at home and I'm at work. But when I upload the video, do you mind I email it to you? Because maybe you all could probably like see what type of defect this is, and it might be something that can help you out in the long run.
It's not a defect at all. It's just the thing doesn't read that much data.
When you speak of data, isn't that considered the megabytes and gigabytes, the actual file? The files.
Folders, files,
right.
Data. It's
all
data.
But if it doesn't read more than 33, it will read. What problem is once it gets over that certain number.
Stick to what it can handle.
Right. So why doesn't it read that it only can hold 33 file folders?
Because it's not a computer, it's a radio.
No. What I'm saying is, it's a simple question. Why is it not considered labeled that it only holds 33 and it says 32 gigabytes? Those are two totally different things. Folders and gigabytes are two totally different things.
I'm not an engineer, so I couldn't answer that.
I mean, it's a simple question. I mean, if you can't answer it, I understand that. I'm not trying to come down on you because you didn't do anything. You're just a person that works with technical support. But it's a simple question because folders and gigabytes are not the same. Two totally different worlds. Folders are just folders. Let's say, for example, I could have 37 folders with one song in each folder. And I'm going to do that video as well, where I can have 34 folders with one song in each folder. Probably be, 60 megabytes. What I'm going to show is in that 34 folder, it's going to give me problems. If I add 6 songs in there, it's not going to allow me to go to track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to skip. It's going to freeze on that 34 folder because I figured out the problem. So if it's about folders or is it about size? You get my point?
Both.
It's about both. So why isn't that advertised as only holding 33?
Because that's how it's designed.
Right, but the one before this is just a certain model. The one before that never gave me a problem doing anything over 33 folders. All I did was take the same amount of focus. What I do is I save everything. All I did was get a new radio. I put those same SD cards, the same USBs in. I play them, and it gives me the same problem. But it's like it won't play anything over 33. So the other radio is allowed to play 60 folders and 70 folders or whatever. So why is this radio having this capacity of amount of folders and not size of files?
I don't have an answer.
Exactly. So who does? Because I mean, I'm a customer that's paid for a radio, so I need answers to that.
You got an answer. It can't handle as much data as you're trying to put through it.
Right, but you keep saying data. Data is gigabytes or megabytes or kilobytes. Data is not folders. Folders.
Terabytes.
No, terabytes is not even something that it holds. Terabytes is 1,000 gigabytes. That's what a terabyte is. A gigabyte is 1,000 megabytes. Right, but what I'm saying to you is, when you say data, folders are not data. Folders could be empty. Folders could have nothing in them. Folders could just be titles with empty data, which is the stuff that fills up, which is kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, and terabytes. Those are the components. It's like cents, dollars, or whatever. That's how files work. They start at kilobytes, and they go to megabytes, they go to gigabytes, and terabytes, right? So when you say data, you're talking about files. But if I put folders could be empty. The problem with the radio, it's not reading past 33 properly. It will read past 33, but it's going to give you problems once it gets to the 34th folder and above. I'm not saying it doesn't read, because it will, but it's going to give you problems once you go over 33. I'm not saying that once you get to the 34th folder.
Over 33 folders.
Exactly. So what I'm saying to you is, who can I speak to about the false information that this radio gives? Because it's not telling people that, so people can be aware when they buy it. Oh, I can't put more than 33 folders on this SD card or USB.
I don't have a phone number. I don't have a phone number to the engineers in China.
Oh, so the people in China make these radios?
Yep.
So anybody else I can't speak to other than you in technical support? This is my last role to speak to. Is you? That's it.
Oh.
Because when I spoke to you yesterday, you mentioned something about what Amazon might have broken and reset, and I did all of that, and I was like, I got the same problem, and then I was like, I'm gonna figure this out because I know it's got to be something.
You have figured it out.
Exactly.
33 files.
Right.
Folders.
Right. But my problem.
So there's your solution.
Exactly. But my thing is that it would be nice if Power Acoustic say, okay, this particular radio only holds 33 files, no matter what you use. That would make sense because people could be aware that, okay, well, let me go get this particular model of Power Acoustic that doesn't do this. Or let me go get a Sony, or let me go get a Pioneer. Like,
and more money and get a radio that'll handle more data.
But I go back to my original thing when I spoke to you yesterday. The 8920B that I've always purchased over the years, even recently, I think a few months ago, before you all made this September 2019 model, did not do this. It just did this on this particular version that you've all made. So you made a new version and it became a problem.
The only thing I can tell you about that is the same adage that specs are subject to change without notice.
I understand all of that, but specs are specs. When you say we're gonna change the specs, but we're gonna make this folder thing 33 as the minimum, to where it gives you less problems. I mean the maximum. Once it goes over 33, like who does this?
Engineers designed it to be able to handle 32 gigabytes. Whether the folders on your file system have a problem or not, the radio is not defective. It's doing what it's supposed to do.
But you said 32 gigabytes. 32 gigabytes and folders are not the same. I keep saying that, and we agree to that. Folders are folders. If I have 34 folders, they still could be.
You know what? I don't have the answer for you.
Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about when you say 32 gigabytes. 32 gigabytes.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know.
So you're saying if it's meant to do 32, that's false advertisement. If I have, let's say, 1 gigabyte with 34 folders, and the 34 folders giving me problems, wouldn't that be false advertisement?
Have the radio exchanged. Then have the radio exchanged.
Exchanged, but this particular radio does that. So
no, if you're not satisfied with the way the radio works and you're claiming it's got a problem, have it exchanged under warranty by who you bought it from.
Okay. All right, man.
Now that's Huggie Pacino certified.